Hello dear students, good day. Today we are going to do some of the questions from the first exercise of inverse trigonometric functions. So in this series, first question I am taking cosec inverse 2. Cosec inverse 2, whatever we need to do, keep in mind we will be supposing that as y. So I could say 2 is equals to cosec y. Now just tell me 2 in cosec is cosec pi by 6 equals to cosec y. Therefore, y is equals to pi by 6. And we were supposed to calculate the value of y. That is this. So, its value is pi by 6. I think it is really very simple question. In second question, some more skills we need to use. That's why I have taken this question. So, this will help you to understand the topic little more better. It is cos inverse minus 1 by 2. We are supposing it as y. So minus 1 by 2 can be said as cos phi. 1 by 2 can be said as minus cos phi. 1 by 2 is equals to cos cos pi minus y. Keep in mind cos pi minus theta is equals to minus cos theta. This identity I am using. Minus cos theta can be written as cos pi minus theta. And 1 by 2 in cos is having value as cos pi by 3 is equals to cos pi minus y. Cos to cos will get cancelled, so pi by 3 is equals to pi minus y. Y is equals to pi minus pi by 3, that is 2 pi by 3. This is the value of y. So likewise in the case of cos we need to do. Now why I have taken pi minus, whereas cos might give us otherwise also. We need to keep in mind cos always lies between 0 to pi. So we must keep it less than pi, less than 180 we need to keep. For that we have taken this one property. In case of cos, in other conditions I taught you this topic, whenever we are talking about the cos, it must lie between 0 to pi. So to keep it less than pi, we are subtracting it from the pi minus y. That one identity I am using. Now this tan inverse 1. Now directly we can think tan inverse 1. In tan, 1 is the value of pi by 4 plus this one, it is with the negative symbol, and negative symbol means we need to use this whole, and to use this whole directly I am writing it will be 2 pi by 3. Likewise we need to solve. While solving these questions you will be taking less steps. That is not a problem, because similar kind of question will be of 1 mark. It will not be of many marks, but to make you understand the topic I have taken number of steps. Plus in sine, what is the value of 1 by 2? In sine, what is the value of 1 by 2? It is pi by 6. Now I am taking LCM. Its LCM will be 12. 3 pi plus 8 pi plus 2 pi. 13 pi by 12 will be the value of this. Tan inverse 1 will be the value of pi by 4. Cos inverse 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 with cos is 2 pi by 3. Now sine inverse 1 by 2. In sine 1 by 2 is the value of pi by 6. So it will be, I am taking LCM. LCM will be 12. LCM will be 12. 4 3 12, 3 4, 4 into 8, 6 2 12. So altogether it will be 13 pi by 12. By mistake I have written 13. It will be 12. 13 pi by 12. So this by chance I have made mistake, and while going through the question the doubt has removed. Okay. Next question. It is sin inverse x equals to y. We know that the y in this case, y is, we are thinking about the range. So it will be y multiplied between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Maybe they are giving like this answer, or they may give y belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, including bracket, because pi by 2 and minus pi by 2 are included in it. So as per whatever they are giving us, that will be, it is NCERT MCQ question, so you will be able to do this also. Now tan inverse root 3. In tan, root 3 will be the value of pi by 3 minus cosec inverse 2. Now for this I am simplifying it over here. Sec inverse minus 2 equals to y, I could say. Minus 2 equals to sec y. 2 is equals to minus sec y. So 2 is equals to sec pi minus y. And 2 is the value in sec is pi by 3. So pi by 3 is equals to pi minus 5. Y will be equals to 2 pi by 3. The value of y will be 2 pi by 3. So I am going to put it over here, minus 2 pi by 3. So it will be, we are taking LCM, pi minus 2 pi. So it will be minus pi by 3. Yes, Betty, now we are going to the next step, some of the properties and derivations. Like one very simple thing you try to see, it is sin inverse 1 upon x. Sin inverse 1 upon x equals to cosec inverse x. Try to see how I am saying this, how to prove this. So let sin inverse 1 upon x equals to y. Keep in mind, in the previous questions also I have done it like this only. We need to suppose whatever we want to do, whatever something we want to simplify, we need to suppose that as y. In this whole chapter we will be doing like this only. So 1 upon x can be said as sin y. Now we are going to invert it, means we are applying invertendo. Invertendo means this will become x and this will become 1 upon sin y. So x can be written as cosec y. 1 upon sin can be said as cosec. So y could be written as cosec inverse x. The value of y I am going to put over here. So sin inverse 1 upon x can be said as cosec inverse x. If you are able to understand this, then in the same manner we can go for the other also. Rest of the things also we can go. Like cos inverse 1 upon x will be sec inverse x. Tan inverse 1 upon x will be cot inverse x. Cot inverse 1 upon x will be tan inverse x. Sec inverse 1 upon x will be cos inverse x, and cosec inverse 1 upon x will be sin inverse x. So likewise these 5 also we could solve. So I suppose we are able to understand it. Now one more thing we are going to do. I suppose each one of us are able to understand it, and same ways you have to prove them at home. So now we are going for the next thing. It will help you to understand the topic little more better. Like first I am taking sine inverse minus x equals to minus sine inverse x. Keep in mind, as I have told you earlier also, whatever we are going to do, we will be supposing let sine inverse minus x will be y. We need to suppose the thing which we are going to prove that as y. So minus x can be said as sine y, x can be said as minus sine y, and sine is negative in the fourth quadrant, and fourth quadrant identity is sine minus theta equals to minus sine theta. This is the property I am using because sine minus pi by 2 it remains. Sine minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 in this limit it remains. Just now we have done a question based on it also. So this could be written as x equals to sine minus y. Sine I am taking on the other side. Sine inverse x equals to minus y, or the value of y is coming minus sine inverse x. If I put it over here, so it will be sine inverse minus x equals to minus sine inverse x. Likewise, if we are going to think that two more identities are possible based on it, tan inverse minus x equals to minus tan inverse x, and cosec inverse minus x equals to minus cosec inverse x. Yes, bete. So these identities I suppose we all will be able to do. Now we are going for another identity. It will help you in the best manner. See, cos inverse minus x. Cos inverse minus x equals to pi minus cos inverse x. Cos inverse minus x equals to pi minus cos inverse x. Same is let cos inverse minus x equals to y. This thing you need to keep in mind. In each step I am doing this. So minus x can be said as cos y. X can be written as, I am taking minus sign on the other side, minus cos y. X can be written as cos pi minus y, since cos 180 minus theta equals to minus cos theta, and keep in mind cos lies between 0 to pi, so it must be less than or equals to pi. We cannot go beyond the second quadrant. So I am taking cos on the other side. Cos inverse x will be equals to pi minus y. Now I am taking y on this side, so y equals to pi minus cos inverse x. Put in 1. So cos inverse minus x can be written as pi minus cos inverse x. Same ways, to more identities we could write that are cot inverse minus x will be pi minus cot inverse x, and sec inverse minus x will be equals to pi minus sec inverse x. So this one is a little bit different from this, so we need to remember it. Exactly for this, derivations are not going to be asked, but if you will be knowing, then you will be able to understand the procedure of the questions also. Now two more we are going to do, that is sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equals to pi by 2. Sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equals to pi by 2. Again we need to suppose. So let sin inverse x will be equals to y. So what I could do?
It's for class maths.
Maths,
Bio maths.
commerce.
Commerce. They are all clear.
One is
They are working hard for clearance. Huh?
yes. Yes, beta. So we have supposed sin inverse x equals to y. X can be written as sin y. Now see, sin theta can be written as, I know one identity. Sin theta can be written as cos pi by 2 minus theta. Hope you remember, it was in class 10th also. So sin theta is cos pi minus theta, and theta is y. Cos I am taking on the other side, cos inverse x equals to pi by 2 my mistake, it is pi by 2. So y can be written as pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. Y value I am going to put. So sin inverse x equals to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. Sin inverse x, this I am taking onto this side, plus cos inverse x equals to pi by 2. Same way is tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equals to pi by 2. Sec inverse x plus cosec inverse x equals to pi by 2. So likewise you could do this also. So I suppose you will be able to understand this. So try to remember, we will continue next question. Yes, beta, we need to prove our next identity. It is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Let us prove it. So we are supposing let tan inverse x equals to a and tan inverse y equals to b. This implies x equals to tan a and y is equals to tan b. See one thing, we are adding them. So it will be on adding tan inverse x plus tan inverse y will be equals to a plus b. Taking tan on both the sides. If I am taking tan on both the sides, it will become tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to tan a plus b. And as per class 11, tan a plus b is tan a plus tan b upon 1 minus tan a tan b. Hope it is okay. Now tan a can be written as x and tan b can be written as y. So it will be x plus y upon 1 minus xy equals to tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So tan inverse x plus tan inverse y will be equals to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. This will be the identity. Same ways, if I am going tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. Then what we could do, it will be tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy. Tan inverse x minus tan inverse y and tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. One more identity is there. It is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y will be equals to pi plus tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Now the difference between the two identities, this and this, what is the basic difference between the two identities? Anybody can think? Hope you are able to think or are able to give answer. So let us see what best we could do with this. So tell me. Yes, the special clause is in this xy must be greater than 1 and in this xy must be less than 1. If the product xy is greater than 1, either both must be positive or both must be negative. If both are positive, it will be greater than 1. Overall result will be negative and it will be coming 10 negative time theta. 10 negative time theta will be going in the next quadrant, that is pi plus theta. This is simple only. Now if in case in this particular identity, if x equals to y, then the identity will be tan inverse x plus tan inverse x equals to tan inverse x plus x upon 1 minus xx. That would be said as 2 tan inverse x equals to tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square. If in case I want the same for sine, then it will be 2 tan inverse x will be equals to sine inverse 2x upon 1 plus x square and 2 tan inverse x will be equals to cos inverse 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. On the basis of this, whatever identities I have taught you, now we are going for the questions. So with this we will be going to solve the exercise. Hope you will be able to understand that better. So let us go for the exercise.